Cuando yo estaba creciendo, mi abuelo era uno que le gustaba buscar tesoros. Y hicimos muchas cosas y podemos ver como huesos ah, de animales y siempre estaba buscando el oro. De verdad, siempre quería encontrar el tesoro. Teníamos muchos cosas que íbamos a hacer y dijimos, ¿qué vamos a encontrar? ¿Qué vamos a encontrar? Y es muy interesante. Yo estaba buscando y vi esta carta y quiero enseñar esa carta, lo quiero leértela. No está toda la carta aquí, pero hay suficiente aquí para que, como escribí hace un tiempo, Dios nuestro ha describido su misterio en mí. Cuando leo esto, quiero que entiendan ese secreto. Este secreto me ha revelado a mi espíritu y los discípulos, y ese es el secreto. Cuando llegas ahí, ¿qué es el secreto? Nosotros queremos ver qué es el secreto. No sé si estás leyendo algo de la Biblia. Yo no estoy abierto a leer algo que no está en la Biblia. Pero por favor, oigan esto. Esta es una letra. ¿Es curioso a lo que es el secreto de Dios? Por favor, levanta su mano. El secreto de Dios. No puede ser que no. Lo voy a leer más tarde. Y ese es el secreto de Dios. Los gentiles y los judíos que saben de la buena noticia del Evangelio van a disfrutar las herencias de Dios. Eso es maravilloso. ¿Quién no le gustan las herencias? Y las riquezas de las herencias. Los dos, los gentiles y los judíos, son del mismo cuerpo, y los dos pueden disfrutar de las promesas de Cristo. Tengo herencias, riquezas, tengo bendiciones. Esto es muy bueno. Y por la gracia de Dios y su poder, yo puedo coger el privilegio de servirlo y decirles a todos el Evangelio, todos los que me dieron el privilegio de los tesoros que no paran. Eso es mejor de todo. Es mejor de cualquier tesoro. No para. Eso dice que el tesoro que no para, sin final, sin final, que está para mí y para ti. Yo estaba aquí para explicarles a todos. Dios, el que creó todo, ha mantenido este secreto para que todos. Y el propósito de Dios es para explicarles a todos y para que ellos sepan que el plan de Él, que es eterno, que ha vino por Cristo, que tenemos acceso a Cristo por la fe de Cristo. Imagínate, riquezas increíbles que están ahí mismo para nosotros. Tengo una foto aquí. De un vidrio. Había tú sabes, una pareja que era de Escocia, y ellos encontraron ese vidrio, había una planta, porque vino con la planta, y ellos lo compraron por la planta. Cuando la planta se murió, lo pusieron en el ático. Un día estaban leyendo del antiguo roadshow que iba a venir, y yo digo, de verdad que tenemos ese video. Vamos a ver si de verdad tiene un valor. Cogimos la flor y cogimos ese vidrio. Ese vidrio se vendió para $51,000 y lo compraron para $1. No sabían que ese vidrio tenía ese valor. Imagínate, los niños corrieron al lado de ese y no se cayó, pero mira esta otra foto. Una pareja de New Jersey. Una pareja anciana compraron
When they both died, the kids, the three sons, said, "What are we going to do with this painting? You want
Se
it?"
lo querían a sus hijos y los hijos no lo querían, nadie lo quería porque era feo.
Well,
Pues
Mom
los
and Dad had
padres
it for
lo
a long
tenían para
time. It's
mucho
got a nice
tiempo.
frame, and maybe the frame's worth something. Let's take it and get it, appraised.
Que tú sabes,
Well, they
el
took it to get it
cuaderno
appraised. Nobody wanted it,
tenía un valor.
and they found out that it was a
Y ellos
Rembrandt.
encontraron que sí era una pintura Rembrandt,
worth $3.7
que el
million.
valor era 3.7 millones.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. $3.7 million. And it was
3.7
hanging in
millones.
somebody,
Imagínate,
hanging in Grandma and
estaba
Grandpa's house for 60 years.
hingando en la casa de
Now,
los
if you don't know,
abuelos.
Rembrandt is like
Y nadie lo quería,
hundreds of years
imagínate.
old, okay?
Yo lo quiero.
One of the great masters.
Otra más.
One last one.
A esta
This
foto
picture, a
aquí,
guy, Frank
Abrams,
Abrams, was going to a flea
iba
market and he
al
was just looking for
mercado,
something to decorate his
quería
Airbnb.
algo para decorar su
So he got this
Airbnb.
Little
Cogió
picture
esta
of kind
foto,
of a tin type
esta foto
picture.
para $2.
$2.
No
It's
es
not
Jesse
just
James,
James, but it is
pero es
Billy the
Billy
Kid.
el niño.
One of the few pictures
Una
of
foto
Billy the
del
Kid.
niño
It was hanging
estaba
in his
hingado
Airbnb for a long
en
time. And decided,
Airbnb,
you know, let's
y
get it
él
checked out.
pensó,
And he saw something
dame ver
online about
esta foto.
this picture of Billy the Kid was like worth $5 million. So he's like, I wonder if mine's real.
Y mira,
And it was.
tenía un valor
Ever
de
been to an
5
Airbnb? They've got
millones.
$1 million paintings on the wall. How much stuff do we walk right
¿Cuántas
by
cosas
and don't even know
tenemos
the
que
riches that
caminamos
are
al
around
lado y no sabemos qué
or that
la
we're sitting
riqueza
on?
de
We
lo
have no
que es?
idea.
No tenemos una idea.
Or that are
Pero
riches
hay
that are in God's word that
riquezas
we have
en la
no
palabra de Dios
clue
que no sabemos
are
que está
there.
ahí. Esa
That letter, that
esta
ancient letter,
carta,
this is a
que es
2,000-year-old
2000
letter.
años,
Although the paper is a little bit newer. This is from
eso
the
es
book of
del
Ephesians. I
libro
wasn't reading
de
something
Ephesians,
new age to you.
de Efesios.
Some of you are wondering, I know.
No es
But
algo que yo estaba leyendo.
the ancient letter talking
Esta
about endless
carta
treasures in Christ,
que
the
es un
secret that was hidden.
secreto. Hay
There
muchos
are lots of
secretos
secrets. This is a
en
book
la
of
Biblia.
secrets.
Ese es un libro de
And most people,
secretos.
they get a few of them,
Y
and they
muchas
walk away. I'm
personas
good.
cogen muchos de ellas
And yet,
y
we're
dice que
talking
yo estoy
incredible
buena.
riches, endless
Hay
riches in this
secretos
thing
aquí
that you hold here,
que-
or in this thing that goes in
que
your
son
pocket. You've got
eternas,
Bibles here. Endless riches.
que son para son para siempre esas riquezas.
These
Estas
endless
riquezas
riches
de
in
Dios.
Christ. I got 6
Tengo
points about
6
these endless
puntos.
riches.
Primero,
First of all,
no
They're
paran.
I want to make sure you get that. Because I'm not going to be
Nunca
able to
hay
go
un
through all
final
the
para
riches
ellas.
because
No
they're
puedo
they're
entrar
beyond,
y
in other words,
decirte
they're
de todas
unsearchable. You
porque
can't
no
get to
puedes
the end
llegar
of
al
them.
final.
As we go through these riches, they're unsearchable, they're
No.
endless.
Son
They are
eternas.
eternal. We have them
Las
forever,
tenemos para
1
siempre.
Peter tells us. They're
Son
incomparable. There's nothing that compares to them.
incomparable.
And you may say, well, you know, riches like Elon Musk, richest man
No
in the
se
world,
pueden
worth
comparar.
$240 billion. You know that he lost $17 billion in the last 3 weeks? Poor guy. 17
Elon
billion,
Musk ha
all because
perdido
his Tesla
a
stock has gone
17
down because everybody's
millones
concerned he's going to be
en
focused
esta
on
semana,
Twitter.
pobrecito él. Imagínate,
billion.
17 billones.
Bad day at the
billones.
office, you know? Do you know that a year ago he was only worth
Imagínate,
150
hace un
billion?
año solamente,
So let's see, in the last year,
el año
or last
pasado,
year and a half, he's grown up 100
el valor de él era
billion with a B. How many zeros there?
150 billones.
I don't know. That's just a
No
lot of
sé.
zeros. It's 9 zeros.
Es-
All right? Yet the riches we
Imagínate
have in Christ,
los
incomparable.
tesoros que
Elon
tenemos
Musk,
en
his
Cristo
riches, what happens when he dies? They're
son
gone.
para siempre. Pero de Elon Musk,
I'm going to be adopted.
esos
Okay.
tesoros,
Actually, I'm the same age as he is,
tesoros
so.
se pueden ir, pero
But when we
Pero
face eternity, and I know
pero los
inheritance, I'm
los tesoros
better
de
than
Dios cuando
anything.
vamos a la eternidad no paran
Incomparable. And
y
it
no
can't be
las
stolen.
no
This
se
is the greatest
pueden
thing.
no se
It
pueden
can't be
robar.
stolen. Your riches can't be stolen. Your riches in
Tus
Christ
tesoros
cannot
en
be
Cristo,
stolen.
tus
You can't
riquezas
lose
en
them. They can't be
Cristo no se
plucked
pueden
out of your
robar.
hand.
Nadie te las puede quitar.
This is interesting too. They only come by inheritance
Solamente
through
pueden
death.
venir por una herencia de la muerte.
You only get them by
Solamente las coges cuando te mueres o
Jesus.
cuando de la muerte de Cristo.
And what I'm really going to focus on today is that they're often
Y el 6 punto es que muchas veces
and here's the thing.
no las
I
vemos.
believe that whatever challenge you're going
Yo
through,
creo que
there is one
cualquier
of Christ's endless riches that is the answer
cosa
to
que
what
estás
you're going
pasando,
through. Today we're only going to hit
hay una de esas
6 or
riquezas
7,
que
depending on
apuntan
how many hours we're here.
lo que
And
estás pasando. Cualquier cosa
whatever
que
you're
estás
going through,
pasando. Tú
you need to
tienes que
find the
encontrar
riches. You
las
need to find what is
riquezas
the riches
que
that
habla
speak to that problem.
a ese problema.
So,
Aquí vamos a ver. Primera
First riches.
riqueza.
well, you may
Puede
be
ser que
sick.
te estás sentando arriba de ella.
You might be.
¿Hay algo
Is there
abajo
anything
de
under
tu
your seat?
silla?
Once you reach under and see if
Mira,
there's
a ver
anything
si
under
hay algo ahí abajo.
there is.
Ah,
She was
ahí
sitting
está.
on it and didn't even know. Why don't you
Léamelo,
read it
por
to us?
favor.
What does it say? She's like, why do we sit so close to the front?
Léamela.
Let's see. It says here, Christ
Cristo vive
lives
en
in
mí.
you. You want to read that whole verse?
Segundo es los cuales del Dios que está signo ciego el entendimiento de los incrédulos para que no les resplandece la luz del evangelio de la gloria de Cristo y cuál es la imagen de Dios, porque no nos predicamos a nosotros mismos, sino a Jesucristo como Señor y a nosotros como vosotros servimos por amor de Cristo, porque Dios que mandó que de las tinieblas resplandezcan la luz es el que resplandeció en nosotros corazón para la
I give it up to her for reading like 10 verses.
conocimiento de la gloria de Dios.
All right. Christ
de la
lives
fe
in
de
you.
Jesucristo.
In this
En
verse,
este
in this passage, it
pasillo,
says that we have this treasure,
Está diciendo que estamos
in jars
que
of clay.
tenemos este tesoro,
okay? $3 jar of clay. But the treasure that's inside
pero tenemos este
is endless
tesoro
treasure, which is
en
Christ.
vasos
Christ in you, the
de
hope of glory.
varios
2
para
Corinthians
que
13:5.
la
Examine yourselves to
excelencia
see
de
whether you are in the
poder
faith.
sea de
Test
Dios
yourselves.
y no
Do you
de
not realize this
nosotros.
about yourselves, that Jesus Christ
Tienes
is
que
in you?
saber que Cristo vive
Unless you
en
indeed
ti.
fail the test.
Cristo en
Christ
ti.
in you.
¿Qué,
What
qué
does
es el
that mean?
significado de eso?
This is an incredible and this is one of these
Estas son
incredible
las
riches that
riquezas
most people
Que no,
never
muchas
fully grasp. I don't
personas
even know
no
that we
pueden
actually ever
entender.
fully grasp. What
¿Qué
does
es
it
eso
mean
que
that Christ
Cristo vive
lives
en
in you?
nosotros?
There's a lot of things.
Eso es muchas cosas.
Greater is he who is in me, he who is
Más
in the
grande
world.
es el
Right?
que vive en mí.
That
y el
means the
que
things
está
that I
en
face
el
in this
mundo.
world
Puede
are
ser que
nothing.
lo que
Because
está diciendo
Christ
es que,
is the
las cosas que están
creator
pasando en este mundo
of
no
the
es nada
universe, right?
cuando
so if
tenemos
he's the
Cristo en
creator
nosotros. Como Él es
and
creador del
sustainer of
mundo
everyone and
y
everything,
Él hizo todo.
Then
Y Él
and
vive
he's
en
in
mí.
me? He's in little old me?
Sí,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Si Cristo es
Christ
en,
is in
en
me.
mí,
That also means when I'm struggling with temptation.
cuando estoy
there to
débil y
help.
la tentación viene, Él está ahí para
If
ayudarme.
no matter what I'm going
Él
through,
está ahí
he's there
conmigo.
with me. There's
Hay
so many
tantas
things. You could
cosas,
just take that
esa
one
esa
truth right there,
verdad,
Christ in you, and
Cristo en mí,
that probably
puede ser
applies
una
to
aplicación
more than
para
half of
todo
what
lo
you're
que
going
estás
through right
viviendo
now.
ahora.
You take that and
Si
you chew
dejas
that and you let
eso
that
que se
permeate
queda en
your
tu
very
mente, en tu
mind,
cuerpo,
body.
que Cristo vive en ti, el
The
que
creator
creó
of the
todo.
universe is in you. He
Él
chooses to live
escogió vivir en ti,
You're
en
not
ti.
junk.
No estás
You're not
olvidado, no eres nada.
Well, let's see.
Vamos a ver.
Any
¿hay
more
otro
treasures
tesoro?
here? Now, this is one of those odd times where Josh, can you help me out? Can you look under this seat and see if there's... All right, what does it say, Josh? Top line. The next line.
Same power that raised Jesus from the dead.
Examinaos vosotros mismos la prueba.
All right. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead will raise me and raise my life. Normally people sit on the aisles. If you notice, every seat is full except for Josh's. So I don't know. He needs some. All right. So the same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in me.
Cristo es el mismo.
That is mind blowing.
El mismo poder
the
que
same
vive
power.
Imagínate,
whoa.
eso es muy difícil.
Whoa,
¿Qué es
what
eso?
does that mean?
¿Qué es
What does
eso?
that mean? That I can just claim things down and call them down?
Yo puedo llamar cualquier cosa y yo soy poderoso.
No, that doesn't work that way. Okay, how about 6 foot tall?
No trabaja así.
Still doesn't work that way. But when I
Pero
speak forth
cuando
the
hablo la
promises of
poder,
God, the
las
truth of
promesas
God,
y la verdad de Dios,
then God
ahí está Dios.
shows up. I also said, so the power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in me and will raise my life. That's a promise that I'm going to live again. That's an incredible promise. That means that this body that is breaking down, and at 50, more and more of it's breaking down. I know that it's going to be one day, I'm going to get the upgrade. Talk about, it's like I've got an older car, and I've thought about it's time to get a new car, and then I look at the price of cars, and it's not time to get a new car. And then God just throws me, he hasn't yet, but if he wants to, throws me the keys of brand new whatever.
Wow,
like,
eso es lo que
that's
va
what
a
he's
hacer.
going to do. That's what he's going to do for you and me.
Vamos
We're going to get the upgrade. We're going to get something that's far beyond anything that we can ask or imagine. It says here in Romans 8:10, but if Christ is in you, although the body is dead because of sin, the spirit of life is righteous. If the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ Jesus from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his spirit who dwells in you.
Levantó de los muertos a Jesús, mora en vosotros, y que él levanta de los muertos a Cristo.
Who else has a treasure that they've been sitting on and didn't know?
Jesús vivificará también vosotros cuerpos morales por el Espíritu que mora en vosotros. Vamos a ver, ¿quién está aquí? ¿Quién más? ¿Dónde hay más cartas?
What does this one say, John?
It says treasures in Cristo. God graciously gives us all things. Romans 8:31 to 34. What then
Porque
shall we
pues
say to these things?
derramamos estas cosas. Si Dios es por nosotros, ¿quién contra nosotros? El que no encantimos a su propio Hijo, sino que lo entregó por todos nosotros, como
graciously give us
nos
all
da
things. Now I want to think about that,
con
because
él
how we not also
tantas
with
las
him
cosas.
graciously give us all things. There's a lot of things I would really like, God. I mean,
No,
I don't need to be as rich as
mira,
Elon
Dios,
Musk,
si me
but
quieres dar todas las cosas,
a little bit
me
richer
gustaría ser un
would be
poco más
nicer.
rico.
All things, Lord,
Todas
right?
cosas.
All things. Well,
Todas cosas.
all things.
¿Qué es eso?
What does that mean?
Él nos da
Gives us
todo
everything
que
we
necesitamos
need pertaining to life
para
and
estar,
godliness.
para vivir como
He
Cristo.
gives us, he provides for all of our needs according to his glorious riches in
Él
Christ.
da las providencias para vivir como Cristo.
In other words, he
Él
gives
me da
me
lo
what
que
I need. He
necesito.
gives me everything.
Él
In
me
fact,
ha dado
he's given me Jesus,
Cristo.
so he's given me everything, right?
Él me ha dado todas las
All
cosas.
All things. What does it
¿Qué es
mean
el
to have
significado
all things?
de
Be
tener
given
todas
all
las
things. He
cosas?
graciously, of course, is speaking to the fact that we didn't
Por
deserve
la
it, we didn't earn
gracia,
it,
Él
not
nos
because we
dio
look
todo. No es
good,
porque lo
not because we were perfect,
deseamos o
not
porque
because we
tratamos
tried hard,
duro, es porque
because it's just
solamente
grace.
gracia.
just simply God's grace. Saying,
Diciendo aquí,
here,
te quiero dar
I want to
esto.
give you this.
Y
gives
Él
us
nos da
all
todas
things.
cosas.
All things.
Pues
Well,
todas cosas.
all things.
La
Next
próxima.
one.
¿Quién tiene un tesoro? Vamos a ver.
Doug, what's
Doug,
under
¿qué
your
está abajo de tu silla?
Hopefully not. We try to fix that. Doug, what do you got there?
¿Quién nosotros separa del amor de
Romans
Cristo?
8:35
Tribulaciones ni
39.
angustias.
Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? As it is written, for your sake we are being killed all day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels nor rulers, nor things present nor things to come, nor powers nor height, nor depth, nor anything
ni la
else
muerte,
in all
ni la vida,
creation
ni los
will be able
ángeles,
to
ni los
separate us
principales, ni las
from the love of God in
potencias,
Christ.
ni lo presente, ni por venir, o ni por alto, ni por profundo,
That
ni
is
por
like
ningún
one
otras
of my
cosas.
favorites. If I have a
Se-
favorite chapter,
se
that chapter 8
creemos
of Romans is
nos
the
puede
favorite.
separar del amor de Dios
Nothing
que
can
es
separate
en
you from the love of
Cristo el
God.
Señor nuestro. Nada.
Nothing.
Nada puede separarnos del
Nothing.
amor
Doesn't
de
matter.
Dios.
An awful boss,
Un jefe, perder
losing your
nuestra
home,
casa,
car accident,
un accidente de
inescapable
carro,
pain,
el dolor.
chronic pain. Sometimes it
Se
feels
puede
like
sentir a veces que Él lo ha
he's left us.
abandonado, pero nada
Nothing
puede
can separate
separarlos
you from the love.
del amor de Dios.
If you're feeling like
Si te sientes
God,
como
you
que
don't
Dios
care,
no,
then you're forgetting this
no,
verse.
no se importa de ti, estás olvidándote de este versículo.
Nothing
Nada
can
puede
separate
separarlos
Nothing can separate
del amor de Dios,
the love of God.
Cristo. Ni
Death,
muerte,
nor life,
ni vida,
angels, nor rulers. What is
ni
that speaking of?
ángeles,
Spiritual
ni
forces. They can't separate you from the love of God. You can feel like you're being attacked and being beaten up, but they
ni
can't
peligro.
separate you from the love of God.
pero nada.
Height, nor depth, nor anything else in all
Ni el
creation will be able to
alto.
separate us from the love of God.
Nada puede separarlos.
The first part of that verse,
ni sus
so tribulation,
principales, ni lo
or
profundo.
distress, or persecution,
Nada.
or famine. And you can
Puedes-
keep going. We can add other
puedes
things that are maybe
ponerle
more
muchas
timely.
cosas.
Inflation,
Aquí,
threats of war, rumors of
la
war,
guerra,
nuclear war.
Los rumores
None
de
of this
guerra,
can separate
nada de esas cosas pueden separarte
If we
del amor de
focus on
Dios
that,
si
we
podemos
chew on that, and the
enfocarnos en esas
result is
cosas. Tienes
we have
confidencia
in this
Cristo.
world. The world wants to beat
Sabes
us
que
up.
el
The world
mundo
wants to
quiere
make us
que
feel like
nosotros nos sentimos como que
the world wants us to
que no
sit down.
tenemos la victoria,
instead of stand up for Christ.
pero tenemos que pararlo, decimos que somos más
Well,
vencedores en
Any
Cristo.
others?
Hay otras.
Some of you are like, oh, I really don't like that microphone.
¿Hay
Is there
algo
anything
abajo de
under
tu
your
silla?
You know what? That's what a lot of people say. There's
No,
there's
no.
nothing in there.
No hay
There's
nada.
nothing. Nothing.
Puedes ver,
Can you just look
por
and see?
favor.
There's nothing there.
No hay nada ahí.
Well, what about yours? No? Well, what about yours? No?
De verdad, no
Really?
hay nada.
Well, what about yours? Everybody look.
Mira abajo. I found one over here. Encontré uno aquí, no hay nada aquí. Okay.
All right. Some of you found an endless
Uno de
treasure
ustedes
under your seat.
encontraron un
Some of you got
tesoro,
left
y
out.
uno de ustedes no cogieron nada.
Some of you
A
just need
veces
to look
uno
harder.
de ustedes tienen que mirar más
Some of you,
profundo.
you chose
Uno de
life
ustedes
and you got a good seat. And some of you didn't. And here's the deal. When it comes to these treasures, there's lots of treasures. She did have it. You have a nice friend sitting next to you.
I'm a surrogate here. The freedom of the creator of the universe will never. Matthew 28, 18 and 20. And Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. Behold, I am with you always.
Mateo 28, de 18 al 20.
Amen.
Y Jesús se ha acercado y les ha hablado diciendo,
Jesus he says he's with us to the end, to the very end. He's never. We said that nothing can separate from the love of God, but here's another specific promise and treasure.
Bautizados en el nombre del Padre y el Hijo y el Espíritu Santo.
And you know what? He's going back to heaven, which means I'm going to be going with him.
De guardián.
That's amazing.
Todas las cosas que os han mandado.
He's never going to leave me. Many of you right now, you can say it, but if you were to stop and pause and search your heart, you feel
Él
alone.
dice que no los va a dejar. Uno de ustedes se sienten solos. Muchas personas se sienten solos. Y somos más conectados de cualquier nación, pero más aquí se sienten más solos de todas las naciones. No le hagan caso a las mentiras. De verdad, la verdad es que nunca estás solo. Cristo siempre está contigo. Él nunca te va a dejar. Él dice aquí, hasta el fin del mundo, todos los días Él va a estar contigo.
You've all seen if you've got a treasure. I want to go
Quiero
to
ir
the
a este
specific
tesoro
one.
específica.
Last treasure in Christ that we're going to cover is you have the source of all wisdom
Aquí es
and
un
knowledge.
tesoro, la última
This is a weird one.
tesoro
It's
que
like,
vamos
you
a
have the
sacar,
source of
que tú
I don't feel
tienes
very smart at
todo,
times, but
la
you have the
sabiduría
source.
y el
All wisdom and
conocimiento.
Colossians 2, that their hearts may be
tu
encouraged, being knit together in love, to reach all the riches
para
of
que
full
sean
assurance of
consolados su
understanding
corazón,
and the
ustedes
knowledge of
en el
God's
amor hasta
mystery,
alcanza todas las
Christ,
riquezas del
in
plano,
whom are hidden
entendimiento y el fin de conocer el ministerio de Dios, del Padre y de
This is the one that I'm
Cristo,
like, okay, Lord,
en
if I have all wisdom
quien
and knowledge,
están consolados
how
con
come
todos los tesoros de la sabiduría
a
y
few
del
years ago I
conocimiento.
sold that Apple stock?
Mira, hace un tiempo yo
That Apple stock.
vendí
Incidentally, if
mi
you bought
Apple
Apple when it was first
stock
offered back in
y te digo,
1980, any idea how much $100 worth of Apple stock from 1980 would be worth today?
un stock
We have a guess?
de Apple ahora que lo compré
Only $159,000.
en
So $100 becomes $159,000.
$100 ahora
I'm like, Lord.
es 199
I remember selling. I had
miles.
some Apple stock, and I was doing some home
Yo,
renovations,
Dios.
and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need that
Yo
money for the renovations. I'm going to sell it.
Vendí,
So
lo
I sold it,
vendí
you know,
porque
like,
lo
okay,
necesitaba
yeah,
para
okay, prayed about
renovaciones
it. Yeah,
y
okay,
lo vendí.
yeah, sell it. Sell,
Cuando lo vendí,
and then
después de
then a
unos
couple
meses
months later,
se
it
fue
goes up,
subiendo,
and then
subiendo,
up,
subiendo.
and
Y
goodbye.
adiós, se fue para arriba.
It did a 4-way split after I sold it. I'm sorry,
Después que
yeah,
lo
after
vendí,
I
se
sold
fue
it.
subiendo
Um,
4 veces más.
Crazy. So
Pero yo
I
estaba
was like,
como
Lord,
que Dios,
if
si
I
yo
have all
tenía
wisdom
toda
and knowledge,
sabiduría
and I was
y
praying and I was
entendimiento,
seeking you,
¿por
why
qué
didn't
no
you
me
bless me? And,
bendiciste
if
y
I
yo
really
podía
could
usar
have used that
ese dinero,
$100,000,
esa
whatever,
riqueza?
wouldn't have been that much. But anyway,
¿Por qué?
why-
¿Por qué no lo podía
why
hacer?
couldn't I do
¿Por
that?
qué no lo
Why
podías
did you
hacer
do that
para mí?
for me, Lord? Because
Porque me ha
you've
dado
given me
todas
all
las
things. You
cosas.
said, how will you not also
¿Por
give
qué
me
me ha
all
dado
things?
todas las
Right?
cosas?
So
Y
all
estos
these
todos esos
verses.
versículos.
And then the Lord showed me
Entonces
Proverbs
Dios
30,
me enseñó
verse 8.
Proverbios.
Remove far from me falsehood and lying. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that is needful for me, lest I be full and deny you, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and profane the name of the Lord, the name of my God.
¿Verdad?
I realized, you know what?
¿Verdad? Y
If
palabra,
I
ministerio
got,
aparte
like,
de mí,
crazy
no
wealthy,
me das
my pride
pruebas
would be
ni
like,
riquezas.
"Ooh."
Manténgame de
Honestly,
pan
the Lord said,
necesario.
no,
No
you
sé
can't do
qué
that.
me
Because I Not that I would deny him, but
y
I would begin to think I was pretty smart.
digan
I begin to think I'm pretty
que
good.
es Jehová
I mean, I
o
can't imagine what it's
que
like
es
to be Jeff
sentado
Bezos or Elon Musk or these guys that really
prueba
have, they're
esta
uber billionaires. In other
blasfema
words,
el nombre de
hundreds of
Dios.
billions of dollars. They can do anything they want. Think about how that could go to
Pues
your head.
mira, imagínate cuando usas las
And
palabras
God's
que
saying,
pueden ir
you
a
know
tu
what?
cabeza
For the
para
average
la
person,
persona que es
I don't want you super wealthy because I don't
normal,
want
si
you
no,
to
yo no quiero que
fool
te
yourself.
pongas súper
Some of you are like,
rico, porque no quiero que te llenes de
I
tú
don't know if I
mismo.
like that.
Uno de ustedes están como que,
Couldn't I have just
¿por
a
qué
little
no me
bit?
puede dar un poco?
But that's the point.
Es el punto.
I mean,
sí.
yes, there's being
Hay-
good stewards and
hay-
there's
hay-
good choices that we
hay-
make and there's bad
hay
choices that we make. But if I have all
Decisiones que
wisdom,
hacemos que son buenas y
Lord,
malas,
and I'm
pero
praying and
estamos
you're leading me,
orando
and sometimes you're leading me
y
down
me
a path
das
that maybe it was the wrong choice,
o me
what
sigues
feels
me
like the
das,
wrong choice, but
me
God is
guías a
going to
un
use it.
lugar que
Another verse
que
that
no,
you could bet,
no era
the
lo
Romans
mejor.
8,
Tú vas a
28 passage,
usarlo.
He's going to
Tú
work all
vas,
things for
te
my
recuerda
good,
que Él va a
His
usar
glory,
todo
right?
para su
And so I
propósito
can
y su
trust that
gloria.
even in the midst of hard
Hasta
times,
en el medio
even in
de
the midst
los
of
tiempos
struggles,
duros y pruebas.
there's another verse on suffering. This is one that's like, oh, I don't like this one in
A
terms
veces
of
hay
promise or
cosas
treasure.
que
Hebrews
quizás
11,
nosotros tenemos que
24. We've been going through Hebrews 11 on Wednesday nights and Crossroads of Faith. Talked about Moses a few weeks ago. By faith, Moses,
Por
when
fe,
he was grown up,
Moisés
refused to be
no
called the son
quería
of
ser
Pharaoh's daughter,
hijo de
choosing
Faraón
rather to be mistreated with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures
porque
of
no
sin.
quería los
He
deseos
considered the reproach of
del
Christ
pecado.
greater wealth
Él escogió
than the treasures of the
la
earth.
riqueza de Dios
Or
en
he's
vez
looking
de
to the
los,
poor.
los
In other words, he was
tesoros de
looking. He could
Egipto.
look past the temporary and
Él
say
es-
he was
él
a
recuerda
prince of
que él era
Egypt.
el
He was like a
príncipe
king,
de
right?
Egipto.
He had
Él
everything that he
tenía
wanted.
todo.
He was like a Jeff
¿Sabes? Él
Bezos
tenía
or
todo.
Elon Musk or you fill in the blank.
Pero él
And yet he
dijo,
says, you know what?
esto
This
es
is
nada
nothing compared
comparado
to
y
eternal
vida
life.
eterna. Piensa en eso.
Think about that. Think about that. That's why
Eso
Moses
es
was one of
porque
those great men of
Moisés
faith.
era uno
And
de
even though
esos
he's
hombres de
wandering in the
fe,
wilderness
aunque
for
él
40 years,
estaba en
he's
el
wandering
desierto
actually in the
40
desert for 40 years.
años.
God gets his attention. He's
Él
been so
tan-
humble because he
era-
was so
tenía
prideful.
tan-
At age
tanto
40, he
humilde.
tries to
Recuerda
deliver
que él
the
tenía
nation of Israel, right?
mucho
At age 40, he's going to be the
orgullo.
deliverer because he knows that God's got a call in his life,
y
and he's
él,
going to be the deliverer. And of course, he
y
ends up
era,
killing a
tú
man,
sabes,
and
él
he gets
tenía un
found out, and he's a
propósito.
murderer, and
Él
he's run out of
mató a una
town,
persona,
basically.
corrió.
So for 40 years, he wanders
Y
in the
recuerde,
wilderness,
por
wanders in
40
the desert,
años él
and basically
estaba
gets humbled.
en el desierto y más
so finally at
humilde
80,
y
God
más
says,
humilde
"Now
y
you're
más
ready."
humilde. Cuando yo tenía 80 años
Wait
es
a
cuando
second.
Dios dijo, ya estás listo.
Wait, that's not
Es,
how I had my life planned out.
ustedes piensan, mira,
This is not how I had
Dios
my
no
10-year
tenía ese
goals and
plan.
plans. Moses?
Moisés
No.
tenía
He
que
had to be
ser
humble.
humilde. Dios
God has
tiene
a
un plan
Even your suffering
en
that
el
you're
medio
going
de tu
through
sufrición.
is part of
Es
the
parte de
riches
las riquezas que
God
Dios
has.
tiene para ti.
They're riches
Hay
to
esas
refine you
riquezas
and
para
purify and
purificarte
shave off and rub
y
off,
refinarte
scratch off
las cosas que no
things that are
son de
not
Él.
of Him.
Ok, Dios.
So I
Tengo
have to
que
then
entonces
trust you.
confiar en ti, que tú,
You know
estás,
what
tú
you
sabes lo que estás haciendo.
I have to trust you that you really do
Tienes que
have all
confiar que de
wisdom.
verdad tú tienes
knowledge.
toda sabiduría y entendimiento.
Colossians 2.
Colosenses 2.
Knowledge of
2:2.
Colossians 2:2. Knowledge of God's mystery, which is Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. I say this in order
Para
that
que
no one may
sean
delude you with
consolados
plausible
sus
arguments.
corazones.
For though I'm absent in the body, yet
Ustedes
I am with
están-
you in spirit, rejoicing to see your good order and the firmness of your faith in
La
Christ.
fe en Cristo. Él
He's
está
watching.
viendo.
God's watching, and He says, "I've got a
Tengo
purpose
un
to
poder,
this,
un
and
propósito para
I've
ustedes.
given you everything. In Jesus are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge." We don't understand wisdom and knowledge. We think it is like a stock tip, or we think it is knowing what to do in business, or who to marry, or all these things. And yes, God's going to give you wisdom on those things.
Él te va a
But
dar
sometimes the
sabiduría,
wisdom is
pero no es lo
not
que
what
tú
you think it is.
piensas. En quién está
In fact,
escondido
well,
los tesoros
this
de
other
la
verse
sabiduría
from
y
Job,
el
chapter 28.
conocimiento.
Job
Recuerda, aquí
and his
está
friends are
Job
talking about
y sus amigos hablando de
wisdom,
sabiduría.
and they're like, where can you get
¿Dónde
wisdom?
podemos
Where can we
encontrar
understand what's going
sabiduría?
on in our life?
Aquí
Job 28. People know how to tear apart flinty rocks and overturn the roots of
Ok,
mountains. They cut tunnels in the rocks and they uncover precious stones. They dam up trickling
su mano
streams
y
and they
el
bring to light the hidden treasures. Basically, people were, at that time, they were
tras
building many things. And they were
tronos
able to do
de
lots
las
of things.
de las ricas del,
Verse
del
12.
montes.
But do people
Y
know
los
where to find wisdom? Where can they find understanding? No one knows where to find it. for it's not found among the living. It's not here, says the
cortes
ocean.
ríos,
Nor is it
y
here,
sus
says
ojos
the sea.
verán
It
todo
cannot
lo
be bought with gold. It cannot be
preciado.
purchased with silver. It's worth more than gold of offer, greater than precious onyx or lapis
Aquí
lazuli.
Job está hablando
Wisdom is more valuable than gold and crystal.
que
It
no
cannot be
puede
purchased
estar
with
comprado
jewels
con,
mounted in fine
con,
gold. Coral and jasper,
con piedras.
worthless in trying to get it. The price of wisdom
El
is far.
precio de sabiduría es más
God alone understands the way to wisdom.
fino
He knows where it can be found.
de
And this
perlas.
is what he says to all humanity. The fear of the Lord
Lo
is true
que
wisdom.
es de
To
verdad
forsake evil is
sabiduría
real
es
understanding.
temor de
The
Dios.
fear of the Lord. Reverence
Señor
God,
de
putting
la
him first, putting
sabiduría
him
y el
only.
apartar es el
Realizing
mal
that we
y
have
las
Christ. In him
inteligencias.
are all the riches of wisdom and knowledge.
Él lo tiene
He's got it
todo.
all.
No
Why do I need to
necesito
go
nada
anywhere
más.
else? Why do I need to consult
Porque
People
tengo que
magazine or the
consultar con las
internet for
personas
wisdom
para la sabiduría
when I
cuando lo
have it
tengo
right
aquí
here?
mismito.
People are looking all over the place for wisdom.
Ellos
They're
están
all looking
buscando
all
por
over the
todo
place to
lugar.
find the answers to this world and to this life.
Y lo tienes
And
ahí
you
mismito
have
en
it.
tus
You have
manos.
Christ.
Si tú tienes Cristo, tú lo tienes todo.
Why are we
Que
so
no
discontent?
estamos felices.
Americans are incredibly discontent.
Los americanos,
And the whole point of advertising is
los
to show you the
ciudadanos
things
no,
that you
no
need.
están felices.
That's the whole point. To show you what you need and how much better your life would be if you had
Diciendo,
this.
sí,
If I only
solamente
had
yo tenía estas cosas.
AirPods. Oh, listening to music would be so amazing.
Si yo tenía
If I
esto,
only had that
si yo tenía un teléfono
phone.
nuevo,
If I only had that,
Dios, o
new
un
car.
carro nuevo.
if I only
Y
had,
es
and we
todas
have all
esas
these
cosas,
things that
si yo tenía, si yo
if I
tenía.
only, and
Y
God's
Dios
saying,
está
I'm
diciendo,
not.
yo no soy suficiente, yo no soy
I'm not.
suficiente. ¿Dónde
Where
estás
are you looking
buscando
for
satisfacción? ¿Dónde estás buscando para estar satisfecho?
Not
No
every one
todos
of you
ustedes
had.
tenían un tesoro
treasure.
abajo de sus sillas.
For
Y
those
los
that
que
did,
no
I'm sorry.
tenían, disculpa.
But here's the deal.
Pero si
If you've got
tienes
this,
esto,
you
tienes
have
todos
all
los
the
tesoros.
treasures. You have
Tienes
endless
tesoros
treasures. You don't need a
para
special piece of
siempre.
paper.
No necesitas un papel.
If you'd like a special piece
Si
of paper, you
quieres
can
un
come to me after
papel,
the
yo
service.
te
I'd be glad to
imprinto
print one
uno,
out for you.
pero
Okay?
eso no
But that's
no
not
te
what you need.
necesita. Tienes
You've
Jesús.
got Jesus.
Tienes Jesús.
You've got Jesus.
Ahora,
Now, I didn't do it on
no
your
lo
sheet
dicen
of
tus,
paper, but I started
tus
thinking
páginas.
there should have been, I like
Debía de
codes.
ser
So I was going to put a code on each of those
unos
sheets of paper,
códigos.
and you put the codes and you line them up, and I'd have you read
¿Qué,
on
qué
what code
código
you had.
tenías? Lo quería hacer,
Okay.
pero los
And the
códigos.
code on the first
La
one
que
that had
tenía el primer papel,
the first
el
treasure
primer tesoro,
code, the letter is
es
J.
J. La
Code
segunda,
for the second treasure was
O.
O. Ha ha ha. For number 3, it was an
H.
H. Number 4 was an N.
Es,
Number 5 was a
en el
3.
4 era 90, el 3
Number
era
6
3.
was a. Number
Six.
7 was a 6, which is the code points to John 3:16. For God so loved the
El
world that He
código es
gave.
para que en Juan 3:17 que Dios
You
dio.
have everything.
dio
He gave
todo.
everything. He
Él dio
bankrupted
todo
heaven to
para
give
darte
you
todo.
everything.
Tenemos todos los
every treasure
tesoros en
in
Cristo.
Christ.
Tenemos
We have all
toda
wisdom.
sabiduría.
If
Si
you're
no estás
discontent
feliz
today,
hoy,
it's because you're not looking and
porque
searching.
no estás
Here's the problem.
buscando.
We read those promises, but we don't
Y muchas
plumb
veces
the depths
leemos
of those
esos
promises.
esas promesas,
So my
pero
challenge to you today
de
is to
verdad
take
no
one of
lo
those promises
sentimos
and,
profundamente.
Lord, what is it that you're saying to me?
Yo
You know,
quiero
this
que
whole
con
message
esas,
was based on, I was just reading through the Bible, and then
esos
I go,
tesoros
okay, Lord,
para
where do you want
ver
me to
lo que
go?
Dios
And
tiene
I
para
was
ti.
reading through
Estaba viendo por
Ephesians
Efesios
3, and I was reading it,
3.
and you know, it's good to read it in different
Y
translations.
te ayuda
Okay?
si lo
I
lees
have my
en
preferred
diferentes
translation. I like the
traducciones.
ESV or the New King
Me
James
gusta,
because they're
me
more
gusta
word for
leerlas
word.
así.
But then I'll read like the New Living because it's a little bit more
Sí,
thought
me
translation.
gusta un poco
Okay, just to give it
diferente, sí.
something different. And
Y cada,
each Bible has its
cada,
challenges. Each
cada
Bible
Biblio,
has
cada,
its,
cada
has its
libro
blessings.
tiene sus
But I'm
bendiciones.
just reading
Y
through these
estoy leyendo
translations. And I
por
was
esas
reading through it in the New Living,
traducciones.
and it said, "Endless treasures in Christ." And
Endless.
it's like,
que es tesoros para siempre.
Like it just caught my eye. And that's what the Lord will do as you read through the scriptures and you're praying and like, Lord, speak to me. And all of a sudden, a verse is almost like it glows. It's like, what is that? Endless treasure. And I start to meditate on it. I start to chew on it. And all of a sudden, I know God's speaking to me. There's something here. There's a treasure here. Treasures. But when you read through the scriptures,
tienes un tesoro que nunca para. Tienes, muchas veces leemos porque ay, ya lo hice, o estoy cogiendo que estoy buscando para bien quién me tengo que casar. Es como, pero tienes que parar y masticarla un poco y es un libro que te habla. Solamente habla cuando está abierta. Te habla cuando está abierta.
It says,
dice que tus palabras, Dios, son vivas.
Man cannot live by bread
Hombre
alone,
no
but by
puede
every
vivir
word of
por
God.
el pan,
Do we
pero por
live?
la palabra de Dios.
Do we really believe that this is
Eso
the
es
treasure
lo
that
que creemos. Esto es un tesoro. Ese es mi
this is my
tesoro.
treasure?
Y
And that we hold
lo
on to it. Or
aguantamos.
do we like,
Lo dejamos ahí.
You know, Muslims treat their
Tú
holy book
sabes
better
que
than
los
their Bible.
muslims tratan su libro,
Muslims won't put
no
this
lo ponen en el
that-
piso.
they won't put their Quran on the
Em,
book. In fact, usually
ellos siempre
in the
lo
house,
ponen
they will put it in a
como un altar así,
book holder that sits open like this in the highest
en
place
el
in the
lugar
house.
más alto de la casa. Imagínate, ellos tratan ese libro mejor que nosotros. Tesoros.
Treasures, endless treasures.
Mm.
I gotta get busy on my day.
A veces dijimos,
You know, I'll
estamos
come
muy
back to you
ocupados
later,
hoy,
God.
no podemos. Y yo vengo para atrás más tarde y está dejando ese tesoro
What is God
atrás.
saying to you? My
El
last
último
comment.
comento que estoy diciendo,
What is it that God's speaking
¿qué
to
está
you
hablando
about
Dios
this
de
today?
esta palabra hoy?
What
¿Qué
promise
promesa necesitas hoy?
And if you're looking
Si
for an answer,
necesitas
He's got
una
it.
pregunta aquí,
The
Él está
answer
aquí,
is- And then how does Jesus apply to your situation? Understanding.
para ver cómo Dios aquí puede hacer que te hable hoy.